welcome back to another episode of MeMaOnCloudFetti. I know it's been a while, but we are back with a new topic. This one is a continuation of our speed dating singles mixer. So we hosted our first singles speed dating mixer in Brooklyn on May 26th.
Yeah.
So we spoke to you guys when we were trying to promo it, and now we have the results. So we just got to get into this. I'll let my husband kick it off on the event and how he felt about it.
I thought it was amazing. This was our first joint venture project as a couple, kicking off something to represent our brand, which I thought was dope. I was very excited to see how the turnout would be, especially with it being Memorial Weekend. And I was just so excited when everybody got together. Everything was organized. Everything was so much fun. A lot of preconceived notions got left at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I think, was one of the goals. So I was very excited about it. A lot of people came. The food was amazing. The drinks was amazing. The DJ was amazing. It kept everybody in line. And I think we impressed quite a few people.
Yeah. Definitely. The feedback that we have been receiving from the females and the males, everybody has been saying it's a dope event. They really loved it. You know, we're just going to kind of give you a preview of how the day went. So the doors opened at 12 o'clock. Of course, the women were already lined up, and the dudes were late. We won't talk about that, but they showed up.
Yes.
But the women were first in line to attend the event. We opened the doors. I think maybe 12:30, because we were still setting up and stuff like that. But the ladies were pouring in. The guys were coming in. A few in between.
Little by little.
So they were getting comfortable, chatting amongst each other. Everybody's here. They're kind of nervous. They don't know what to expect. So they're all talking amongst each other's. Some ladies were talking to the fellas that were walking in and kind of connecting before the event even started. So people were getting drinks. We had a drink called the He Said and She Said. One catered to the taste of a guy, would be the He Said, and then the She Said was more tailored for the taste of a female. Nothing too crazy, but still enough kick to get you to loosen up. Drinks were included in our ticket prices, so I think a lot of people were impressed with that, because they came expecting, I guess, to pay at a regular speed dating event where you go to a bar and buy your own drink. So with our event, the bar is on us. So that's another perk for you guys for the next event. But so anyway, everything happens, all the guys flooded in at one time. And then once we got I think maybe 12, 13 guys, we started the event. Of course, there were more women than men, but enough men to accommodate the event, because we had about 12 tables, so 12 to 13 tables, so we had 13 guys. I think we had more than that, but we just had to keep rotating because we only had 13 tables. So the event started, and we were a little bit with confusion because it was more women than men, and then there were some men there were more people than tables. So we had to find a way to rotate it. This is our first event, so we kind of was confused with the rotation, but we'll fix that for the next event. Everybody stayed at the table for 5 minutes, and they had a conversation for 5 minutes. I made cards with 3 questions for the guys to ask and 3 questions for the ladies to ask. So at every station you had three different questions.
Keep conversation going.
Exactly. And some people used the cards, and other people mixed in their own questions into the 5 minutes. But what I was most impressed about was that everybody was so engaging. You really couldn't tell who wasn't feeling who, because everybody looked so into the event. And I love that everybody came with an open mind. There was no negative Nancy's. Everybody was really into getting to know the person. Right. And if that person wasn't their type, you really couldn't tell, because they were still engaging with that person. But you could continue.
I think one of the huge points that helped us stand out with a lot of the speed dating events, and this was actual feedback from the people that attended, we were, for the most part, very much organized.
Okay.
And a lot of people told me through their past experiences with speed dating events,
Yes.
it's really not that organized. Anything could throw off, like the schedule.
Or some guys don't even show up.
Right. And then at that point, whoever's there, mingle and make it work on your own, which is something that you could have done on your own, you know, going to a bar or something like that. So as far as like the actual event and the element of surprise and stuff like that, that would be taken out the equation. But we did a good job of keeping everything tight, making sure we stuck to the game plan, making it a great experience. Your boy was out there serving.
He was
nice with the drinks, left to right, no spills, you know. Just trying to make sure everybody have a good time and focus on what they came to do, which was speak to the lady or speak to the guy. So you don't want to leave the table, get out of rotation, get a drink, host things up. So we both were very attentive with accommodating our guests, and we was really focused on making sure it was an enjoyable experience.
But what I really wanted to touch about is that speed dating, I mean, to my knowledge, is not something that's very popular in the Black community. So, you know, it's something that we see, you know, like Caucasian people, they have those events in the city, and, you know, it's kind of like their thing. But I just felt like, why can't we do it too and try to make it work? And, you know, when I was doing my research, looking up speed dating, you know, a lot of stories and comments, or people was like DMing me like, oh, I tried to go to one in the city and not one dude showed up. It was like 20 girls and no dude showed up. So it's like I was starting to get scared, like, oh my God, what if no men show up and this is a flop? You know, it's all of that anxiety. And although we're a married couple, we still were, you know, feeling like we need to get these people here because they're expecting to find somebody to date. So that pressure, oh my God, you men were like stressing me out. I was like, oh my God, I do not miss dating, because this is what it was like. It was like pulling teeth trying to get the guys there. Let me be real. The first 3 weeks, the tickets were out. Women tickets sold out, right? And I think the thing was being promoted maybe a month or two before the actual event. The guy tickets never sold out, but they didn't start really purchasing until like the last week of the event. And you know, that stress of just hoping that these men would come out, it was just like, I don't know what that's about. You guys, if you follow us, please comment. What is, I had to ask, I like asked some of the men there. I was like, you know, what was the hesitation? Like, what are you guys scared of? And you know, some of them just said that like they're natural chasers, men are chasers, and being in a forced environment, it's a little uneasy.
Unnatural, if you will.
Exactly. So I think that was a lot of hesitation with the guys, because a lot would reach out to me and ask more about the event. But then it was like they wouldn't purchase tickets, and you know, if they did come, they were super shy. So, but once they got past that, they mingled, they made connections, people were exchanging numbers.
Just the drinks helped too to loosen things up.
That is true. You know, towards the end, everybody was just like, hey, you know, taking pictures and stuff. We had a photo booth.
Right.
So, you know, all in all, throughout all of that, it was a success, because this is something that me and my husband thought was a good idea, and we wanted to give back to the singles, because you guys show us so much love and you're so inspired by our love story, and we know how hard it is trying to date in 2019. You know, it's just a different time. Things are just always evolving. When me and him got together, online dating was kind of popping off. You know, that's how we met.
Right.
Now it's like we got to switch it up again, because it seems like that's just trash now too. Right. So it's like we're trying to find unconventional ways of putting, you know, people together. So I believe that this could be something that's a hit. We went on Black Couple Revolutions Live, and we have people from all over, like Texas, Cali, North Carolina, Michigan, Boston, everywhere, like asking us to come to their city because they're in need of this, and they love the idea of the speed dating for, you know, the Black community. So, this can't be possible if you guys don't come out. So, if there's a need, we are there.
Right.
So, we appreciate everybody that bought a ticket. So, out of 50 tickets, we sold 40. I think that's very successful.
Memorial weekend, it's tough to get people to stay in the state alone.
Exactly.
So, it was, like I said, a lot of odds were up against us for that.
Still.
People are going to always be skeptical. There's nothing you can really do about that. Again, the guys, it was tough. Your boy was like out here like a politician trying to get people to sign a petition. Like running
please.
Up. And then it's like dudes don't want to pay online. It's just things that I can't even fathom. Yeah, they prefer paying at the door. They thought they would go through some weird
These
portal.
men, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a lot. So definitely my brothers that went and are looking forward to the next one. It definitely won't be, hopefully, a pulling teeth type of situation because they experienced it. They see it's not that bad. And, it's actually a smooth process once you would allow it to take place.
Well, you know what? We have to give a round of applause for everybody that came out. You brave souls.
Yeah, to participate in that, not knowing.
Because to be honest, if I was single, I know I would have thought of going to speed dating, but I probably would have punked out because of being nervous, and wondering, like, would I connect? Is somebody going to like me? Am I going to like somebody there? I would overthink. So I could see how people were overthinking, but for you guys that was like, whatever, I got to try something. I'm putting myself out there. I applaud you. You're very brave. And thank you for coming to our event. Thank you for supporting us.
That's right.
We're really trying to give back to you guys. You guys have been such a blessing to us. You spread our love story, you voice compliment and comment on us. So we're trying to give back. We know it's hard out here.
Yeah,
we're looking out for y'all.
Definitely. So stay tuned. At some point, you want to release the date?
Oh, yeah. The next one is going to be September 22nd in Brooklyn, New York again. Yeah. People are like, when are you coming to Jersey? Seriously.
Hold on.
No, but Jersey is like right there. Like, you can make it to New York. Some parts of Jersey is just like an hour away. So, you have time to plan to come to New York. Bring some of your girls or bring some of your dudes and just come through. I mean, for right now, we're trying to stick to our hometown. Wherever we feel we have the most need, we'll travel to next. And that's all from you guys. So comment below. Hey, my city, I think we'll get a good turnout. This is where I live. Comment below. But we're not just going to go to random states because two people ask us. It has to be a need for it. So we definitely want to take this on the road and make this something big. Yeah. And make this really like a black couple revolution. We want everybody else to have a love story like ours. Right. We want to have more black families, more positive role models of love in the household for our kids. So, this is going to be a movement. The marathon continues.
That's right, man.
So, please stay tuned for the Eventbrite link and the video trailer from the speed dating event. And we hope to see you guys there at the next event.
Take care. Look out for more dope episodes on MeMaOnCloudFetti.
Bye.
Bye-bye.